Let me just show what happened with Bryce Hall, and this is what's so dumb about this whole thing. I'm sitting there with tfue, and basically I'll tell everything. I don't care. Bryce Hall was basically acting really fucking mean to the lady. He was acting ridiculously mean, like getting super fucking pissed at her, and like you know how like you troll with like the lady that's like sitting there. You know how you're like, oh god damn it, come on, you can't give me a better hand. Well, he was like, fuck you, like god fucking damn it, like what the fuck is this shit? Like this is such. He was like kind of yelling at her, right? And I say to her, I'm like, he's just joking. So then I said that, and Bryce Hall looks at me, points at me, and demands for me to get out of the entire lobby of this place. He runs this shit. I'm a broke bitch that can't afford any of this stuff. And he basically screamed and yelled, and about 100 people came around us to watch Bryce scream at me the entire time for like 15 minutes. Then he starts screaming. I don't know if it's in this. He starts screaming, saying he's going to kick my fucking ass. And you can see the veins popping out in his neck as he's yelling at me, saying that he's gonna fucking beat the shit out of me and that he can one-shot me. And I'm just like, what the fuck just happened? XQC was sitting there, like we were all so confused on what the hell was going on.
Go back to your fucking 9 to 5. Your life.
You know, last time I talked about Bryce was a couple years ago when I was going over his interview and then his fight with Austin McBroom. And back then I called him the biggest pussy on TikTok. And honestly, I forgot he even existed until earlier this week, and we found out that it's still true. He is still, in fact, the biggest pussy on TikTok. He really embarrassed himself, though, recently. So, like, he was playing blackjack with some Twitch streamers, and he quickly went down $40,000 and was getting, like, really heated about it. And so one of the people at the table, mizkif, who's one of, like, the biggest streamers out there right now, he was trying to keep things chill, but, like, clearly Bryce had no idea who mizkif even was, because I'm going to show you the rest of the clips in a minute here. What Bryce said to mizkif is just so fucking pathetic. I have almost no respect at all for Bryce Hall. He has really, ever since he became popular, he has repeatedly displayed that he is a massive douchebag at his core, and there's really nothing else to him. I swear to God, if you were to look up superficial douchebag in the dictionary, there's just a picture of Bryce Hall. He is not a complicated guy. He does one thing, and he does it a lot. I'm never gonna forget, too, when he was getting heated with Austin at their pre-fight press conference, and he tried to fucking bite Austin's leg in that little scuffle they had. It's just the most pathetic shit I've seen. Don't forget, too, he also one time threatened to knock out one of his 16-year-old fans because they were trying to approach him in public. But the real kicker with Bryce is that he's just like dumb as bricks at the end of the day. He's one of those guys who's just completely skated by on their looks and has no substance whatsoever to them. I mean, like, honestly, as soon as Bryce's hair starts to go, he's gonna have no fucking career, honestly. And with the way he's been gambling lately, who knows if he'll even have any money left. So, like, in this clip that you're about to see, like I was saying, keep in mind with this clip, he is at a table with tfue, XQC, and mizkif, of all people. Three of, like, the biggest people ever on Twitch at one point. tfue was one of the biggest Twitch streamers ever. XQC is the biggest streamer out there right now, just got a $100 million deal at Kick. And in reality, I think Bryce is actually like the least relevant and least successful person even at this table. So the chirping you're about to hear is completely unearned.
This weed needs to get out of here. Actually,
I have $500.
Oh wow, you have a lot of money. Get the fuck out of here. Hey, increase your bank account, you fucking loser. Get out of here.
He's good.
Bro. No, he's a fucking
I'm not kidding.
Dude,
Hey,
seriously?
No.
Knock his fucking face
No,
off.
no, you're not.
Bryce, such
Shut
a
the fuck
loyal
up.
customer to you guys.
No, you're not. I'll give you some chips. Shut the fuck up.
He's a fucking dweeb. Get out of
Yeah,
here.
but no.
Seriously, this guy's never seen the amount of money.
No, he has.
How are you going to talk shit while I'm playing money that you've never seen in your life? You could only imagine gambling $50,000. You don't even make $50,000 in a year.
He makes it in a month.
Bullshit.
Relax. I'll take care of it. I'm gonna ask you to get up from the game.
Fucking dweeb. Go back to your fucking 9 to 5. Man, have fun at your life.
I didn't do anything wrong.
I never start arguments.
I'm not even really surprised a little bit. Like, he pretty much just went completely mask off. This is pretty much what I would expect to see from him. I don't care how much fucking money he was down. I've been around casinos plenty, and I've lost quite a bit there before too. Sometimes even lost like literally everything in my bank account before at casinos. And I could never imagine behaving like this whatsoever. He's just completely exposing the way that he looks at everyday normal people. He's just another one of those TikTok influencers who've been brain rotted by all this money they're making so early in their lives. And we'll touch on again in a minute that he's probably the least successful person at this table, but he's also like the least talented, or the least even like self-made, if you want to put it that way. Like, think about this for a second, okay? Tfue had to become one of the most skilled Fortnite players in the world to earn what he has. XQC streams damn near 24 hours a day. He's literally streaming nearly every waking hour of his life, and he's done so for years, long before XQC was ever even putting up like clips and moments from his stream on YouTube. He's been on the grind for a long time. And mizkif too has even put in his time similar to XQC with streaming. So like, of all the people at this table too, Bryce Hall is literally only where he's at because of his looks, which he more or less was born with and then took steroids to enhance even further. So the whiniest motherfucker at this table is also the least talented, the least hardworking, and the least accomplished. And he has the fucking gall to try to big league mizkif. Mizkif makes well over 50K a month. Don't worry about that. And like I said at the start, I fucking forgot Bryce Hall existed. The only people who even know who Bryce Hall is are like 14. And he'll still threaten to fucking curb stomp their asses. Like, who is this guy? Not only is this like an awful look though, but it's just one of those moments where somebody really tells you what they're all about. At the end of the day, Bryce thinks he's hot shit and everyone else ain't shit. That's kind of just how it is. And then he's gonna kiss ass to whoever the hell else he feels can like further advance his career by getting buddy-buddy with them. Because soon after this all went down, somebody informed Bryce who mizkif actually is, and Bryce immediately tried to kiss his ass and apologize because he knew he was gonna get grilled for this.
No.
I need to apologize. Like, I lost a lot of money.
It's fine.
Okay. No, we're good.
No big deal, bro.
One in chat if he did this because he found out who I was. I think he found out who I was. Look at his face. He doesn't even mean it. Obviously not, dude. He probably realized, here's what I'm thinking. He probably realized that I have clout, and he probably realized that tfue was recording this whole thing, so he probably said to himself, fuck, I probably should make up with him because probably.
You guys are best friends.
You owe me some money, though.
I'm already down.
I'm not kidding. I'm broke. You were right about that. You spot on.
What about you two go to a table together, gamble with each other, and you win?
I'm going to Mexico in like 2 hours.
No, that's not an excuse.
If you told me beforehand, you're like, I'm going to Mexico, I'd have to ask Bryce for some money, but I'd be down to go.
Bryce, get in here. Bryce, come on. You guys are friends now. Let's go.
Yeah, get close to your boy. You're your best friend. Bryce, give him a kiss.
I'll kiss you right now. Stop lying. Come on. We're good.
He hated that.
Yeah, that was a power move by mizkif. Dude literally has Bryce kissing his ass. So Bryce went on Twitter and he tried to publicly apologize for this, which is pretty embarrassing if you ask me, because why are you publicly apologizing for something like this? I thought you sorted it out with mizkif. Clearly he's just trying to like salvage whatever he can of his image. Because the thing is, you can't really just apologize publicly about something like this. This is just a moment where you're showing your true colors. There's no like coming back from this. It's not like he broke any laws. It's not like he actually got into any sort of fight. He's literally just trying to make himself look better. Gives these bullshit excuses like, oh, I was really sleep deprived and I was losing a lot of money, so I was very frustrated, you know? But the things that he said to mizkif are just not the sort of things that any average person would typically even think to say. Like, the stuff that Bryce was saying was coming from something like deep at the core in him. He thinks he's hot shit because he's got a good bit of money at a young age, and he looks down at everyone else beneath him and will kiss up to whoever it is that he can to further advance himself. That's not how a humble or confident man behaves. That's how an insecure douchebag behaves. And there's just nothing else to say about it. You are who you are. And it's stuff like this that has me thinking that Bryce is going to be one of those few people who just lose everything after this whole TikTok clout wave that he's on crashes. Because don't get me wrong, like, he's got a good amount of money right now, I'm sure, and he could use that to make smart investments and really build something for his future. But this kind of attitude tells me he is not even capable of that. This is the kind of attitude that's going to get him humbled really hard in a few years. His hair is already starting to go, and in a few years, he's gonna get that steroid acne. He's gonna grow man tits from all the fucking hormone imbalances. He never had confidence to begin with. It was all fake, so once that happens, he's gonna fucking panic like a baby. And right now, he has no talent and no relevant skills, and he doesn't have the humility to learn any of that organically. So he is absolutely setting himself up for a quick burnout after all of this TikTok hype dies out. His biggest mistake is just being brain rotted, you know, because it's like there really is like so much more to life than money. I know that like can sound cheesy sometimes, and I know that there's people out there saying bullshit like following your passion is retarded advice, stuff like that. Look, man, I know some very wealthy people who are very miserable, and I know some not so wealthy people who are extraordinarily happy and good, honest, hardworking individuals. So like, and don't get me wrong, vice versa is true. It goes both ways. The point that I'm getting at here is that money doesn't just like instantly make someone a better person or even a more interesting individual in the first place. So like the minute someone like Bryce starts thinking like he is, he's just like due for a lot of unnecessary headaches he's going to cause for himself in the future. But yeah, that's kind of about it. You know, pretty bad look, pretty embarrassing. We can confirm that Bryce Hall is still the biggest pussy on TikTok, and that doesn't seem to be changing anytime soon. So now it's time to forget that he exists again until we see another fucking stupid clip from him in a few years from now.